Memphis by 2, 1.8 remaining. Got to get it in. Here's Luka. Gets it away. It's gone! A Doncic dagger! He wins it three. As he was stumbling, he somehow got it to go. But see if he got it off in time. Watch the foot. Oh, yeah, that's a three, and he got it away in time. That's good. That's a win.
I must say, that is great cinematic timing. That was great cinematic timing. What is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video of my sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over the NBA games for Thursday, April 15, 2021. I'm going to show you both sides of each game, hit you with some highlights, and it'll be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And if for some reason you're curious to know who I am picking in these games, you'll have to join my Patreon. My picks are always in writing, underlined, and italicized. For more information on that, please read the description of this video. I wish you guys the best of luck in your picks today. Let's go ahead and get today's games. We have the Bucks, Hawks, Warriors, Cavs, Celtics, Lakers, Kings, and the Suns. All right. Daily numbers on this side, date numerology, Gregorian, and the Hebrew calendar. Game numbers on this side, the away team up top, head-to-head in the middle, home team at the bottom. Only 4 games, light schedule, but these games could be tricky. I mean, we could be looking at a Hawks upset potentially. There's a narrative here for it. Bucks could just go ahead and win. There's also a narrative for that. Narrative for both sides. So Bucks, it's their 55th game of the season. They can sit on 20 losses for the season with a win as they up the series 2-0 head-to-head against the Hawks, like 20 for the season with the win. It's the Bucks coach's 210th regular season game as a coach for Bucks, which is the 20th triangular number. And the only problem with this is that 20 written out sums to 55. And Bucks coach, he could get his 257th regular season loss, the 55th prime number. And it is the Bucks' 55th game. And it is his 210th regular season game as a coach for Bucks, the 20th triangular. So it could be pointing to this 20 going to the 21, and then they don't have to become 2-0 head-to-head. So be careful with that one, because Bucks coach, he could get his 60th regular season loss as a coach for Bucks. 60 date numerology on the Gregorian. Bucks could just sit on 34 wins for the season. 15 date numerology on the Gregorian, the 15th of April. 15 sums to 34. It also sums to 124. Hawks would sit on 124 all-time head-to-head losses against the Bucks with the win as they get their 15th home win for the season. This being the 225th regular season head-to-head matchup between these two. 225 as a square root of 15. So, Hawks, they could get their 31st win for the season, 31 the 11th prime, as they even the score 1-1 head-to-head against the Bucks for the season. But something interesting here, if the Hawks lose, they would become 14-11 for a home record, 1-4-1-1. With the loss against the Bucks, they would become 111 and 114 head-to-head regular season against. As a record, 1-1-1-1-1-4, 1-4-1-1. Maybe there's a similar vibe there. 35. It is the 29th away game for the Bucks. The number 29 sums to 149, the 35th prime number. So there's numbers there for the Bucks. There's numbers there for the Hawks too. So Bucks better watch out. Maybe see who's sitting out if anybody's resting. Maybe that's going to determine it, who's resting, who's not resting, things like that. Warriors versus the Cavs. So this one's interesting too. Cavs played yesterday, they're coming off a win. Warriors played yesterday, they're coming off a win. Cavs, if they can continue the momentum, they can get their 60th all-time head-to-head win against the Warriors. 60 date numerology on the Gregorian. 40 date numerology as well. Cavs coach, he would sit on 40 regular season losses as a coach for Cavs with the win. Cavs would sit on 15 home losses with the win. 15 date numerology, the 15th of April. Warriors, their coach, he can get his 167th regular season loss for his career. 24 date numerology on the Gregorian. 24 sums to 167. Cavaliers, their coach, he can get his 111th regular season win as the Cavs even the score 1-1 head-to-head against the Warriors for the season with the win. Warriors would get their 29th loss for the season in their 29th away game, sitting on 10 away wins, 29 the 10th prime number. So there's numbers here for Cavs. I imagine Cavs is probably the underdog. Warriors, they could get their 28th win for the season. They become 28-28 for a season record. This would be for the Hebrew religious 33rd day of the Hebrew religious year. 33, 28. They share 156 and 141 in the ciphers, the 4-base ciphers. So that would be that. And Cavs, it's their 27th home game. Their coach, he can get his 172nd loss regular season. 27 sums to 172. So that would be that as well. And for Warriors, if they were to go 28-28, not only would it connect to the 33, the Hebrew, but for the sweep, if the Warriors were to sweep the Cavs, like 20, the number 20, 107, the 28th prime, also sums to 28. So that would make sense. Celtics and Lakers. Celtics, they can get their 30th win for the season. 40 date numerology on the Gregorian. 40 sums to 30. Lakers would sit on 34 wins with a loss. 15 date numerology. 15 sums to 34. But Lakers coach, he can sit on 40 losses as a coach for Lakers with the win regular season. Today has 40 date numerology, which would so it could favor Celtics or it could favor the Lakers coach. Not a lot here that's just jumping out at me. Celtics with the loss, they can sit on 29 wins for the season in their 29th away game. So that would be bad for the Celtics. I don't know. I mean, it was just not a whole lot here. I know 1711 is a 58 triangular number, but I don't see anything that connects to 58. Excuse me. Lakers are either going to sweep the Celtics 2-0 or Celtics are going to get their revenge. I think Celtics might get their revenge. They're probably after their revenge, the 1-1. More often than not, revenge does take place. This would be a spot for them. Lakers aren't necessarily a full squad right now, even though they are winning some games. Celtics, just depending on maybe who's on the roster, who's sitting, who's playing. Other than that, I don't see a whole lot. Celtics, they could get their 27th loss for the season in their 56th game. The number 27 sums to 56. It's the Lakers' 56th game as well. I think 56 sums to 35 too. 56. Nope, it does not. Wait, 35 sums to 56. 35 sums to 56. And Lakers could get their 35th win for the season in the 56. So that could go, the 56 could go in Lakers' favor. 56 game, 56 game. 35 sums to 56. 27. What was 27? Was it 46 and 56? I think that's what it was. I think I said it wrong. 27, 56. Yeah, they shared the number 46. I think I said it wrong before when I said 27. 27 sums to 56. I think I said that wrong. I think that was wrong. But 56 sums to 46 and 27 sums to 46. I think that's what I was supposed to say. And then the number 35 sums to 56. Lakers can get their 35th win in their 56th game. But 28th game, their 22nd loss would be, you know, you could probably say Boston. You know, Boston sums to 22, then get their 22nd loss against Boston. Boston 22, 39, 78, 42. Yeah, I mean, it could just be that. Boston 22. Lakers get their 22nd loss. Potentially. Tough game. I'm going to keep looking at this one. Yeah, even there's only 4 games on the board. That's tends to be hard. Like, if there's like a bunch of games, you can probably pick out some easy fruit. But when there's like 4 games, it seems like they just make it harder. Even though they're probably all favorites. Kings, Suns. So Kings, they played yesterday. And I was talking about the Suns a couple days ago. That if Suns were to win their last game, they would come into here in this game. Or at least I was mentioning it on my Patreon. They would become 40 and 15 with the win today. 15 of April, 15 date numerology, 40 date numerology. They could become 40-15 with the win. Suns, it's their 55th game for the season. It's their 31st home game for the season. And the Suns coach, he can get his 74th win as a coach for the Suns. Regular season, 74 sums to 55 and 127, the 31st prime number. It's their 55th game, 31st home game. He can get his 74th win. If that were to happen, Kings, they would get their 34th loss for the season as they get their 9th loss in a row. 34 is the 9th Fibonacci number. Kings would also get their 18th away loss to go with. 9 plus 9 equals 18. So it's like a mathematical relationship there with the number 9 and 18 and 34. And then Suns would get their 139th regular season head-to-head win against the Kings, which is the 34th prime number. Kind of liking that. If that's not going to work, then the Kings, let's see here. Suns 55th game. Suns coach, instead of getting his 74th win, he would just go ahead and just get his 55th loss. Easy as pie. Suns he would get his 276th loss regular season overall for his career. 276 is the 23rd triangular number. 23 sums to 55. We can make it a 55 thing. So that's 55 can turn real hard against the Suns coach. I mean, we have this 23 here. Suns can get their 23rd home win. 23 sums to 55, and then it turns in favor of the coach with the 74. Kings could get their 23rd win. Why this is all going down, though. So Kings can get their 23rd win. Why the 55 terrorizes the Suns coach with its thunderous number power. Hebrew religious 33rd day of the religious year. Kings would sit on 33 losses for the season with the win. And let's see what else. Hmm. 39, 16. The number 16 sums to 39. But I don't know if that helps. 11, 17. 99. If it was both these guys' 129th game, I would say 99, because I know 99 sums to 129, but that's not the case, so I don't even know why I brought it up. Oh, 256 all-time head-to-head matchup. 256 has a square root of 16, I believe. 256. Square root of 16. Suns can get their 16th loss for the season. So, in 4 games, you can make a pretty good upset narrative. I don't even know what the money lines are for these games, but I'm assuming the Bucks are the favorite. But you can make a pretty good upset narrative for Hawks. I'm assuming the Warriors are probably going to be the favorite. You can make a good upset narrative for the Cavs. Assuming, I don't know, I think probably Celtics. They'll probably make Celtics the favorite. But you could make an upset narrative for the Lakers. And same with the Kings, with the Suns. So, best of luck to you guys. Hopefully all this helps. Hopefully it gets you started. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it.